Hey YouTube family and GN subs, can you believe it? It is December, end of the year. I just want to thank all of my GN subs for being with me throughout these years, and certainly this year has been a good one. We've had some great legislation in our favor, and we're going to continue into the new year to give you good news, and we're going to give you tips on how to survive for the next 4 years, including today. I think in most of our videos initially in 2025, we're going to have some good news stuff to give you some positive reinforcement on what we as immigration attorneys are doing to assist our immigrants here in the United States. And for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Humberto R. Gray. Hey, you can shoot me a comment after this video. I answer all of my comments, and hopefully you'll be a new good news subscriber, because my good news subscribers are awesome. All right, we got a lot to get to today, so let's get at it. Okay, first, a little bit of good news. I want to give you a little information with regard to our Constitution. We have something called the 10th Amendment. The states are independent. Our governors have tremendous power. And in most states, governors are gearing up already for the fight, and they are going to protect our citizens of the state, including immigrants, regardless of status. And I got to tell you, it's going to be awesome. Second line of defense is going to be our court systems. We have a very robust federal circuit here in the Ninth Circuit that can actually put a stop to any action by the federal government that might be harmful to the state. It is called the 10th Amendment, folks. The power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by the states, or reserved to the states respectively and their people. What does that mean? So that means states are independent and states have their own power. Federal government has few powers, although immigration is one of those powers. States still have the right to protect their citizens, and that's what we're going to see, folks. So we're going to keep you updated as to state actions here in the U.S. during the new year. All right, how can you be proactive before January 20th when the new administration takes hold? Here's some tips for you. Extend your E.A.D cards. What's an E.A.D card? That is an employment authorization document. How are these E.A.Ds obtained? Many different types. You have DACA, you have TPS, you have adjustment of status under 245, A.I., you have asylum. So if you have an E.A.D card, let's file the extensions early before January 20th. Get your new extended work authorization card. Much more difficult for the government to take that work authorization away once it's been issued. That is a huge tip. I put a link in the description box below to USCIS website where you can obtain all information on extending your E.A.D cards. Also, if you can obtain advance parole and travel and re-enter the U.S., it's considered a legal entry. Get your advance parole and travel if you can. These are a few tips I'm going to be giving you throughout the new year. Those are just a couple. Now let's get to some good news. I-90. What is an I-90? An I-90 is when you file to renew your green card. You usually get an extension of your green card for 24 months. Read your receipt, folks. Currently, you're going to get 36 months for an I-90 renewal of green card. That's huge because it's been really, really difficult to get an appointment to go downtown to the field office and get a stamp in your passport if you need to travel. You no longer need to do that. So what you need to do, you need to travel with a valid passport, expired green card. Remember to take the expired green card, and your receipt that shows an automatic extension of that green card, all right? So you no longer have to get a stamp in the passport unless this receipt expires. If it expires, then you do have to make an appointment to go down. If your new green card hasn't come yet, go downtown, get the stamp in your passport before you travel. All right, another bit of good news. So we know there's a conflict in Lebanon, between Israel and Lebanon. Well, USCIS just designated Lebanon as a country for TPS designation. So if you are here in the U.S. from Lebanon, I understand there's a lot of students from Lebanon. Go ahead and apply for the TPS, get in status, get an E.A.D card, be protected. All right, final bit of good news for H-2B applicants, non-agricultural workers. So these are seasonal employees that are designated as a temporary worker here in the United States. I'll give you an example. I used to represent Mammoth Mountain. It's a ski resort here in California, and they brought in 150 ski instructors throughout the world. Couldn't find those instructors here in the United States because there was no licensure provisions here. So I would bring these temporary seasonal workers during winter to do all types of things at the mountain, run the ski lifts, give lessons, etc. So those are temporary workers. Well, the good news is that they were always really limited in number. So we were always concerned, and we would try to get our applications in like initially because they would run out of numbers. Well, the good news in 2025 is they have expanded the H-2B designation to an additional 64,000 H-2B visas for temporary workers. That's great news, folks. All right, YouTube family and GN subs, thanks so much for watching GrayLaw TV. Let's bring in 2025 with a bang. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to continue to bring you good news. All right, YouTube family and GN subs, we'll see you next week.